Hello everyone, hope you're having a magical day today. Today we are at the Museum of the American GI in College Station, and we're going to go in and check it out. Oh, look at this. This is so cool. All the vehicles. So we're going to start here. And this is a missile. I'm not sure which one, but it's the MK-14 mod shell. These are US Navy patches. And this is a Nazi flag captured by the US 3rd Armored Division. And this big mammoth here is an M4A1 Sherman, used in 1942 and 1943. And I'm very close to it, just
so the interesting thing about the way the tanks are designed, especially the Sherman here, it's very there's not a lot of hard edges. Doing that means that an incoming tank shell is more likely to glance off rather than make a hard impact because of the sloped nature of it all, especially around the main canopy and on the sides here. Because the idea is that you keep your front facing towards the enemy, so that it accomplishes the same goal of being able to glance off enemy tank rounds, while each of those panels that is a sharp edge can take a direct impact. It's a stronger design. But back then they could slope the metal.
So this is an M8 Greyhound, 1943 to 1945. And then this guy here is the MA or M4A3 Sherman. Same what we just looked at, I think. Look at this one, this is cool. What is this? This is a Nash Quad 4017A in 1960 and 1928. And look at this one. That it's a 100-year-old vehicle here. Please do not climb on it.
Don't climb on it, Corey.
Oh, come on now. Wow, this is small. How did a 100-year-old French tank make it to Texas? So this is what it tells you. Look at the soldiers here. That's how they dressed. And this is the M18 Hellcat, 1943 to 1944. And they do have papers next to them that tells you information about them.
Okay, so the difference between something like this and something like the Sherman. The Sherman is going to reinforce infantry. You're going to go after bunkers, you're going to go after other infantrymen in a Sherman. This is what you take when you want to kill tanks. It has a longer barrel, it's more accurate. The armor itself is stronger. It actually has a lot of those modern designs that I was talking about earlier, where you have the slopedness of it, but you have these hard panels. So if something comes in, it's likely to bounce off, but if something comes in right here, you have that hard shell. So this is what you want to take with you when you're fighting other tanks. And especially in World War II, the Germans had such better tanks than us that it was almost not even a contest, so we needed something like this.
And look right here, tank destroyer. So he is correct. Can move to 60 miles per hour.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's actually pretty fast.
By modern standards, not really, actually. And you can see the reinforced back. You have your exhaust on top, so you can't shoot. Unlike a lot of tanks back then, you can't shoot directly into the exhaust pipe. A dive bomber can. A plane or something, or even a person with a grenade can destroy and disable the tank that way. But if you're going to want to take this thing out, you're going to want to go for the tracks.
Yes, definitely. That's what I've heard.
Which, I mean, that's true for all tanks, but...
So here you have guns.
This is cool.
It is cool. Look at the helmets. I like the Army men, literally the Army men. Alright, so let's go see what this PT boat, is it PT? No, I don't
Patrol
think
boat
so.
is same.
Yeah, PT boat, patrol boat. River Mark II, 1966 to 1977. And then you got machine guns right there. Looking down the barrel. Nothing but black.
Vickers. There we go.
These are, yeah, that's a Vicker. An M2A1 105 Howitzer, 1941 to 1953.
That is more like on the back of a truck. You tow it, you drop it off, or even infantry can pick it up and move it. So, and it's not gonna blow up a tank, but it can put a hole in some tracks and disable a tank.
37mm gun, M3 on M4 carriage, 1940 to 1943. And then an M1A1, 75mm pack howitzer on M8 carriage, carriage, 1927 to 1944. Here's the U.S. Army Wagon. This is a Jeep. You have this is an M3 gun motor carriage.
Oh, garage.
Yeah. This is a Humvee, 1984 to present.
Been driving the same damn cars around since the 80s.
For 36 years now.
But but look at the armor configurations, especially on the hood here, with slightly sloped across the hood, but has these hard edges where it's more likely to be hit. I mean,
this is a Turk 1/4 ton 4x4 Willys MP Jeep, 1941 to 1945.
In a bathtub.
You have a Ford GPA Seep, 1942 to 1943, and it says Jeep in a bathtub, which it does look like a bathtub or a boat.
Let's see. Did you notice that?
Oh no, I didn't even notice that. Shoot. I didn't even honestly notice these things in the middle here. So I don't think these actually have what they are or anything. But look above us, there's a helicopter with the blades on it. And you have your Canon. Oh, let's look down this barrel since it's open. Whee! Oh, okay, hold on. Hi, Ransom.
And the sides of the river coming in. And so, I mean, Vietnam was just a terrifying war to be in. And so, I mean, those two machine guns up there at the top needed to be able to fully turn to side.
Gulf War Gold Stars Aggie. Vietnam War. So because we're in College Station, that's why the Aggies.
No hate.
That's right.
World War II.
World War II.
The sign.
Look at all the names. Wow. Again, like I say in every video, thank you for those who have served. Thank you who will serve. I appreciate it. Not sure what these are.
World War I. Might be World War I.
Yeah, it might carry over from World War I. We might be going a little bit backwards here. That's probably what it is.
This is just
Brazos County, World War I Gold Stars.
Some of these people didn't even have photographs of themselves, so they have their mementos and gravestones.
D-Day by the numbers.
It's funny to me, the 101st Airborne Division, 82nd Airborne Division meant to drop in there and meet up with the main invasion force. They dropped in there, but they dropped here. They were pretty well scattered, but they did accomplish their mission the day of the landings. The 101st Airborne took out 3 artillery guns that were just hammering Utah Beach. And it was three artillery guns that were taken out, and it made a huge difference in the Utah landings actually being effective and getting a foothold in Europe. But that was with a scattered force. That should tell you how elite the airborne was. And is.
Your chain of command, June 6th, 1944. Here's your Utah and Omaha Beaches chains of commands. 1st United States Army Group. So if you don't know what a chain of command is, basically it's who you report to. If I was on the bottom, then I'm going to report to the people up top. You know, since I was in RTC, you know, your company commander is who you report to. The company commander reports to Breton. I'm saying that wrong. But the battalion commander, and so forth.
So, for this next part, you'll want to start over here because it shows you the battle lines day by day by day by day by day. So you can see D+2, June 6th through the June 8th, we've got footholds in each of the beach sites. And then D+3, +6, we're starting to push out into France. And here we finally have a solid line of our forces, rather than here where there's that pretty significant gap. And so this is whenever we're able to actually come together and make a true assault into France in the days to come. And they had to create two fronts here, which I can't imagine that would be an impossible decision for me to make, of deciding to fight on two fronts, because we had to capture the Upper Peninsula before being able to really push forward. And you can see it actually took quite a while, so we don't capture it even there in D+24. Here, the rest of the peninsula has been finally taken, and we can start moving on into the remainder of Normandy. And this is what it was, city by city, the battle line just moving forward and forward very slowly at first.
It is going slowly.
I mean, we're into the middle of July here.
And then finally, end of July, beginning of August, we go forward a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yep. And we still...
Operation Overlord was the D-Day operation, the planning of it. And I think was... this is my favorite thing that we did. We got inflatable tanks and even inflatable naval ships and set them up on the place where the channel between England and France was narrowest, so they would think that was where we were going to land, when in fact we were planning on landing at Normandy the whole time, which made all the difference because Hitler pulled out all of his tank divisions, almost all of his tank divisions, and set them up where he thought we would be landing. It made a huge difference. We never would have been able to get a foothold without that plan.
So you have patches up here, enlarged patches.
Don't tell anyone.
So it tells you what they are. These were women Navy's Waves Officer, I can't read right now, service dress blue, Lieutenant Junior grade, World War II.
Waves stands
Officer
for...
white, service, This was the Navy, and this was the Coast Guard. So that's Navy. Look at this machine gun here. Ooh, target in and shoot.
Just take a look
how big they are.
Those bullets are.
Yeah, I would not want to be hit by one of those.
That'll cut a person in half. For sure.
So men's Marine Corps field gear here. This one is Navy Nurse Corps white service dress uniform, and women's Navy Nurse blue service uniform. That's the first issue. So here's an overview of downstairs from upstairs. And again, the helicopter.
They did say that these are all original posters.
Yep.
And that's pretty incredible
That is.
that they're in such good condition.
We have the flags, and in just a second we're gonna go up to the souvenir part. So all these are the dog tags. They said 3,600, I believe. And you can look through by last name here. And these are Texas Vietnam heroes. And then down below, you have the names, upper and the lower ones. But that is a lot of the dog tags. Wow. Look at all those dog tags. Blows my mind.
You see the little detail on that thing?
Mm-hmm.
It's so cool.
And then here's where you can buy books about it and shirts. So that was our day at the museum, and they are open Wednesday through Sunday, and it's right on Highway 6 out at College Station. So with that, thank you for joining me and have a magical day.